Greetings, everybody. My name is Blanca Román Ortiz, and in the name of our headmaster, Dr. María Luisa Juárez Hernández, and in the name of my peers, Karina Guadalupe Valencia Cruz, Irma Erendira Meléndez Machorro, and Gilda Torres Román, it is an honor for us to share this speech with you. We worked on research called Results of the Inquiry of Teaching Factors Affecting Students' Attitude in the Classroom. And this is our abstract. After some research done in the Universidad Tecnológica de Tecamachalco, that's in Puebla, Mexico, it was reflected that the professor's behavior has a big impact on the students' English learning process. It was seen that the students can feel confident if the professor shows them empathy while having classes, and it can have a bigger impact if the professor supports them while facing some learning problem. Also, if there is a report, that's a link, after the activity, it motivates even more the students' engagement. According to a previous paper research that we made, students feel alone in the challenge of learning English at the Universidad Tecnológica de Tecamachalco. So, a questionnaire about their emotions was applied to obtain information about support, motivation, regulation of emotions, enhancement of mnemonics, and positive rewards to accomplish goals. As an introduction to our research, it was seen that inside the classroom, motivation has an important role because it is a process where students' expectations are related to their beliefs and abilities to fulfill tasks. Another one is the relevance of the evaluation of achieving goals, and the last one is an effective element presented in emotions, which each student experiments during the task development. It is important that what is going to be taught should be interesting and challenging for the students. It can involve breaking the routine and having a variety of activities for a course. An instructor must consider 3 fundamental questions to have clear goals that are pretentious to achieve. Question 1, what originates or initiates students' arousal or activity? Question number 2, what causes a student to move toward a goal? Question number 3, what causes a student to persist in striving toward a goal? Any task has 3 components according to Graham in 2020. Attainment value, that's number 1, the importance of success in meeting needs such as self-esteem or competence. Intrinsic value, that's the second, the extent to which the task is inherently interesting or enjoyable. And number 3, utility value, and that's the importance of success for attaining long-range goals. When instructors took the time to share personal stories or made space for interpersonal interaction and showed empathy for the learning process, those simple human gestures worked in harmony with the cognitive side of the learning to generate deeper interest and increase engagement. According to Misner, in 2023, Seton, 20 and 6, mentioned by Cormas, Parretin, and Ansel Serkan in 2020. They developed a scale to determine professors' attitudes using 3 factors: love, value, and harmony. Also, emotional support is essential. According to Mora, Francisco Mora, in 2013, emotions are the most important base to sustain all the learning and memory process to reach the learning solidly and convincingly. Our methodology. During the first months of 2023, a questionnaire was applied to students from senior technician to engineering. to know how they saw the learning and teaching process and how important the professor's companionship was while staying in college. The questionnaire was administered online to 534 women and men, students from 9 careers in our university, Universidad Tecnológica de Tecamachalco in Puebla, Mexico. This questionnaire contained 10 questions rated 1 to 5. 1 was the lowest level and 5 the highest one. The questions were designed using the Likert scale. And these are only 2 of the results we have in our main research that you can see in research casually. So in this pie chart, the question is, how often does your English professor motivate you to reach achievable goals and objectives? The answer, most of the students, that's 167, means that the 31.3% chose number 4, which means they felt motivated by their English professor to reach achievable goals and objectives. And once again, the lowest answer, with 3%, only 18 students, felt that an English professor does not motivate them to reach achievable goals and objectives. This is another pie chart. And here the question is, how often does your professor motivate you to do your best? As it was mentioned before, number 5 was the highest agreement. While talking about the professor's performance inside the classroom, 192 students, that's 36%, agreed that the professor motivates them to do their best. But 4% of the students do not think that. And you can see all the others, as I told you before, in our main research. But here as conclusions, we have that the study was based on a questionnaire that covered the emotional aspects that a professor can represent in the classroom, such as a healthy sense of humor, motivation to learn a language, and security, among others. The graph studied during the analysis showed that in all the questions, approximately 40 to 50% of students consider that each of the aspects is at a high or very high level of achievement. That is, half of the learners feel supported by their professors. Nearly 50% of students consider that emotional support is insufficient or average. Finally, it is evident that although most students feel the professors have a good level of emotional enrollment in the class, a good part of them perceive average or poor support. This is reflected in the failure rates of the English class subject, which is one of the highest of the subjects of the Universidad Tecnológica de Tecamachalco, where we are working. Finally, we want to thank Dr. Manuel González Pérez, because he is our research assessor. And also we would like to thank Dr. María Luisa Juárez Hernández, who is the headmaster. She is the rectora in our university. And of course, we want to express our gratitude to our university students, not only the ones who answered the questionnaire, but to all of them. Thank you very much. We are at your service.